The sea sounds so peaceful. I see slumber proves elusive to you as well. What's the point of sleeping? Liko says we'll reach the cursed coast by dawn. That's not far off, right? Correct. How do you feel? Excited? Trepidatious? I feel numb. I should be feeling something after what just happened, right? But instead I feel nothing. Just emptiness. Nothing, eh? Well, I suppose that's one reaction. In any event, Mila, we have much to discuss. Join me in my quarters. I see you admiring the rewards of our exploits. Do you really need more? If you already have this much treasure, why are you hunting for these coins anyway? That's rich. I never thought about it that way, Mila. Because you see, though I hunt treasure, I'm not a man driven by greed. Everything you see here is a piece of history with its own story to tell. Of course, the treasure we're seeking has the grandest story of them all. When I was little, my favorite story was The Most Wonderful Wizard. Ever heard it? I don't think so. Where I'm from, there are different stories told to children.
I suspected as much. The Most Wonderful Wizard was Hound of near limitless power, which he sought to use to heal the world.
Ooh, to which he sought to use to heal the world.
Hunger, worry, regret, misery. The wizard was sure that, used properly, his magic would banish them all from the earth. He created artifacts to channel this power, the greatest treasure imaginable. But when he shared the treasure with others, they misused their power and corrupted their purposes. Still, the wizard soldiered on, sacrificing his magic and even his own life to finish this magnum opus, which was scattered to the ends of the earth.
It's hard to imagine this being a child's favorite story. What happened next? I've come to believe that this isn't a mere story, Mila. The most wonderful wizard's treasure exists. It is, as you may have suspected, the coins we're seeking, one of which is dangling around your neck. What's so special about the coins? The truth is, nobody knows anything about the wizard's last treasure for certain. Where the coins are, what they do, or why the wizard created them. That wasn't part of the story. That's for us to figure out for ourselves. However, I have a hunch or two. How, if I may ask, did you acquire the coin around your neck? I bought it at a shop. As I suspected. I can't accept that our meeting was mere coincidence. After weeks of fruitless searching, we find the location of the cache of coins the moment you come on board. Fate is pulling us together. I believe that the treasure wants to be found. Why? Who really knows why the treasure wants what it wants? Perhaps each coin longs to be with its brethren. And, no, I meant, what would lead you to think that the coin could want anything? Sounds pretty crazy, doesn't it? But let me take that one step further. Perhaps the treasure wants to be found because it has an agenda for those that find it. To change them. What? I know. I could scarcely believe it myself, but my life's become very difficult since I found my coin, and yours has begun to transform as well, has it not? Oh. Only because I met you. My life didn't change when I got the coin, it changed when I met you. The coins work in strange and mysterious ways. I'm sure as we gather more, we'll begin to understand more. It's been a long journey just to find 2 coins. Once we find our cache in the caves, will that be where the rest of the coins are? No. The legend says the treasure was scattered to the ends of the earth. A large find would be fantastic, but we won't find them all in just one place. But how will we know when we have found them all? Well, Mila, that brings me to the most radical theory about the coins. You see, if a single coin can change a person... Captain! The cursed coastline sighted! We'll discuss this further later, Mila. That was certainly a longer walk than I expected. Wow, look at all those wrecks. If we linger here too long, the pirate's fate will join them. To call these waters unsafe would be a gross understatement. The real problem here is we have no idea how deep the caves go, let alone how long it will take to find the treasure. Or if we'll even make it back alive. Should we really be doing this? What I meant was that someone's got to stay out here in case the tide turns for the ship's sake. I'll do it. It's the captain's duty. You three go ahead and I'll meet you at the mouth of this cave. Liko, Mila, Morgana will be your commanding officer. Morgana will be your commanding officer until you return. Follow her orders as you would mine. Alright, maggots, let's move out. So, Morgana, think the rumors are true? Think there's a monster guarding the treasure? We'll find out, won't we? Well, let's say there is. What's your plan for dealing with it, if there is one? Well, that depends on what kind of monster we're dealing with, right? So we don't even... Liko, just shut up! We ought to at least talk this out, come up with some kind of... I'm sorry, did I miss something? When did Darius leave you in command? We have the tides to worry about. We don't have time to talk this out. We're going in, and we're going in now. Got it? Well, I guess you've thought of everything then. Is that the treasure? Mila, wait! Dot dot dot! What the hell are we going to do about that thing? Attack! We should attack! It was thinking the same thing. It's coming right for us. Ah, you're friendly, aren't you? Where did he go? Who cares? Now's our chance to get the treasure. A tin cup? A few bottles? And some frying pans? What kind of treasure is this? Along with just one coin? Let me see that. She's right, we've got a coin. What's so great about one coin? Trust me, Miller, sometimes finding even one is a lot harder than you might think. You wouldn't believe what we had to go through to find the last one. Mila, grab that coin. I can't wait to see the look on the captain's face when we tell him the good news. It must be that way. We've been that way 10 times already. Then, this way? We didn't have any trouble finding our way in. How could you possibly get us lost heading out? You don't really think that we're lost? Look, just let me run ahead, okay? Be my guest. So Mila, you've won your first fight. Feels good, doesn't it? That wasn't a fight per se. I mean, the monster ended up being pretty friendly, right? We didn't have to fight him. Don't contradict me! We won, so that makes it a fight. How we won? Well, that never has to leave this cave. I remember my first battle like it was yesterday. I never felt so alive. Who were you and Darius fighting? Actually, I wasn't serving under Darius back then. I was with another crew. You must think I'm a real piece of work. Go ahead, I can take it. I give you permission to speak freely. You don't seem like you really care if people think you're nice or not. Of course not. I do what it takes to survive out here. Nothing more, nothing less. You want to know why? No. I don't really need to know all the details, do I? Hey, I'm talking here. That means you listen, got it? Sure.
Rourke and I, we grew up on that ship, see? Both of us were taken from our parents when we were young. Just like Rourke was about to take that kid at the tavern. We hunted for years. Eventually, we hunted for the same treasure as Darius. Long story short, my crew just left me for dead when we were beaten to the punch. Darius had the treasure, and he had me. If the situation was flipped, I'd have killed him without question. Or at least, tied him up. You know, tortured him for information, then dumped him into the ocean. Point is, what did he have to gain from keeping me alive?
Companionship?
Maybe it was.
There was no reason. But Darius is Darius. Aboard that ship, your crew is just a bunch of lying cheats, ready to stab you in the back the second there's a coin to be made. But the Dread Pirates, well, we're a family. That's why I don't want just anybody to join up. Understand?
I think I do. Yes.
We're a family! Anyway, enough of that. Point is, you did good back there. Thanks. Hey, don't get cocky. Luck comes and goes. Don't ever let yourself get used to it. Hey, I think I found the right way this time. For your sake, Liko, I hope you're right. Freedom! Finally, I can see the sunlight. Ugh, after spending so much time underground, my eyes hurt. For a cartographer, Liko, you sure have a lousy sense of direction. Well, we made it, didn't we? The hard part is over.
You fetched my coin for me. Hand it over. Or would you like to see your captain's brains splattered on the sand?
You bastard! How'd you find us? Abby proved quite cooperative in the end, didn't she? Too bad she couldn't be here today. You killed her? And I'll kill your captain too, unless you're willing to hand it over right now. Mila, don't do it. They'll just kill him anyway. What are we supposed to do then? Just watch him
Mila,
die?
listen to me. I'm giving you a direct order. Stay where you are, and do not let them have the treasure. The world cannot bear men like Rocky in possession of such great power. If my life...
I'm not going to wait all day. Feign cooperation, then attack. Alright, Rocky, here's the coin. Stop, Mila! What are you doing? She's being smart about this. I'd rather be strong about this. Decked! Wow! Oh, I see what it means by being transformation. What are you waiting for? Kill them, then take the treasure. Boss? Look up there. It's swooping down right at us. Why are you just standing there like idiots? Run! Morgana? Morgana? No! What happened? Did the coin change you somehow? I said I wanted to be strong about this right before I punched him. Maybe the coin was trying to help make that possible? The transformation certainly did occur at a fortuitous moment. It wasn't fortuitous enough. Morgana didn't deserve to die. I wasn't her biggest fan, but her life was worth more than this. I wanted to save us all. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. I was trying to save everyone, but I failed. I did not disobey orders. You told me not to give him the coin. I didn't. I punched him. Mila, you disobeyed orders, but I know you did what you thought was right. What will we do now? We will perform a proper burial, then return to the ship. This is not an easy life we lead, and fate is a cruel mistress. But life must go on. It must always go on. Morgana wouldn't want her demise to cause us to